Hello hikers, I'm Matt, the anchor, and on behalf of adventurer James and I, we want to welcome you to Channel 16. We cover all the news and updates across the gaming world all day and night. Before we go over any news today, make sure to check out our social pages down in the description below. If you like this type of content and want to keep up to date on all the latest news and updates, make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell to get notified when another Adventurer James video premieres. Without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to the head analysis and creator of Channel 16, Adventurer James. Take it away.
Alright, thanks Matt, and as always, thanks for everyone for tuning in to Breaking News with Channel 16, and as always, any image shown in this video is owned by its rightful owner. Back to topic today, we got 3 breaking news to talk about, so let's hop right into it. First of all, welcome hikers to the Channel 16 News Desk. The first topic today is the new KSWV TV new recon unit, severe storm recon unit. These show a whole bunch of new vehicle variants, and they're all based off the KSWV TV news station in Hazleton. And the first one to the far left, I believe, is the Ford Expedition XLT with the new, of course, new liveries. Then you got the Ford F-150, which is still needs to be a remodel so we get the interior on it, which will probably come eventually. And then next to it is a Chevy Tahoe. It's a completely decked out SUV and has a annual on top along with I believe, is there a camera on the back? I don't know. And as you can clearly see, it's a decked out SUV with everything on it possibly you can as a TV station. And when this comes out, I am definitely getting it. And then to the far right is a basic Chevy Suburban, and it's not as decked out as any of the other vehicles. It just has antennas and a KSWV sticker on the side. It's mainly like a transporter vehicle, looks like to me, and that's where you transport all the media crew and everything in the back, and they fall behind all these 3 vehicles. So on the bottom right below it says the Weather Warrior, Mobile Weather Lab, and a Volunteer Chaser. I don't know if those are the names of the vehicle or that's just some random text on there. But this is their top story right there, and there's new variants, and these are vehicle variants and not a game pass. That was posted by Tofu in the Discord. An amazing job, I think, by him making all these vehicles, and I believe that the third vehicle, the Suburban, the Tahoe, is made from him because he has a custom-made vehicle that looks exactly like it with a bit more, I think, new features. He has like a camera on top of it and stuff, and a light bar. But that is your top story of the day. Let's move on to the urgent news of today. And the new urgent piece of news we have today is a new probe coming to the game. This is the PATTI, or Portable Analyzer of Technical Tornado Infrastructure, and this probe, I believe, is used somewhere, but I've never heard of this probe, and I've never seen this probe before, and I don't know what this thing is capable of, although I do know that name I cannot pronounce. So this is a very unique probe coming to the game, and I can't wait to see how expensive this thing is and what the features are on this probe. But that is your urgent news of today for the new probe that's coming to the game. Not much I know about this probe, but if you guys know anything about this probe, more about it, comment down below and let me know. And with the last piece of news for today on the desk, we have a TIV2 and a Chevy Suburban, but as you can see, it shows the Chevy being parked the opposite way the TIV is, which means that Suburban's going the wrong way. And that, I believe, is the TIV2 support vehicle, and it's colored, I think that's red, or a dark purple, or it's just a different kind of color. It's a very different color, I should say. And as you can see, it is, I don't know what kind of link this is kind of showing, besides if you look up into the clouds, the storms look a bit different. And the TIV-2, I don't know if that's a new TIV-2 turret on the top. It looks like to be the old-fashioned TIV-2, I think. Because that turret looks very blocky and stuff. I think that's the real one as well, but maybe they add the old variants and stuff from what we had back in the olden days, like 1.16, 1.17. Maybe they brought the old variants back from what the vehicles used to look like. But the only thing I see big in this thing is the storms look a bit different than what they are used to in 1.21.1. But yeah, maybe this is a 1.22 leak, I don't know. We'll figure that out eventually. And with that, this concludes all the information I have here on the desk. Now let's head over to the Channel 16 Think Tank. Welcome, fellow hikers, to the Channel 16 Think Tank, where all guesses live here and only here. Starting off, my first guess is based off how will the new probe work. My biggest concern is, like, what features on the probe? I didn't see an anemometer on the probe. I didn't see a camera on the probe. All I see was, like, a light on the side of it. So I don't know what this probe how this probe will work. Unless they're adding a new feature in the game, we can measure pressure of a tornado. I don't know. But the biggest guess that I have is how the new probe work, and is there an anemometer somewhere on it where I can't see it? And is there a camera on it as well? Or is this a thing you just stick in tornado to get pressure and some other stuff? So that is my first guess I'm making based off the question. And the next is, what are the features in the KSWV vehicle variants? For the KSWV vehicle variants, I don't know what the features are, but I think the decked out one will have of course it's got the anemometer on it, so at least you're going to get wind speeds on it. But I don't know if it's got the camera or light bars on it like Tofu has in his contributor vehicle that he made. But otherwise, it's a pretty good vehicle that he made as well. And the other vehicles, the one on the far right looks like a transporter vehicle more than not. It's got the antennas on top, so I really don't know what the antennas are like. They're probably the antennas like help support the vehicles for internet and everything. And the one on the far left, I believe, is just a trail behind vehicle as well. The Ford Expedition XLT looks to be the same as well. And then the F-150 is a bit more decked out than ever. Probably has some more features, because if it's based off the actual name on it before, like the weather station on it has, like, does it have a mesonet on there somewhere, and does it have any other Doppler on there as well? But I really don't know what these features are on the vehicle variants. We'll have to find out when they release. But yeah, there's that question for that guess. And the final guess I have is, are there improved structures in that TIV-2 and support vehicle leak? And my answer to that is, they look a lot different than what they have in game right now in 1.21.1. And I really don't know if they are actually improved storm structures or not. But if they are, I can say they look a lot better than what they look like now. So hopefully they are new improved storm structures. And who knows what else has been changed in the storms at all, but we'll have to wait and see when this update releases. But I don't know if this is a 1.22 leak or not. And yeah, that's all I got for that. And with that, this concludes the Channel 16 Think Tank. It's time to head over to the Channel 16 Community Feedback. And welcome, hikers, to the Community Feedback Station. And as of 11:28, this is regarding a Pickathon theme and what they're going to be doing in the next Pickathon competition. These competitions are held so they can put in new images for the loading screen. And yeah, they add this usually every single time when an update's going to be coming up. So which means, does this mean that there is going to be a sub-update for 1.21, or is they leading up so they can stockpile them all for 1.22? But who knows? But no matter what, we're going to have a Pickathon soon. But we'll see. And Bricks posted a post on what Pickathon theme you want to see. Some people voted lightning, 6% did that, 4% voted landscapes, 39% voted recreating IRL tornado pictures. I voted that too, so I want to see if I could try to recreate a IRL tornado picture, but I think that's kind of impossible for what I'm trying to aim for. And then 51% voted for free-for-all for where the heck they can get. And yeah, that's going to be... Let's see what these players can do with their free-for-all. And the poll received 2,558 votes and was closed not too long ago. And then, depending on the day for the Brick, this is the post by Bricks, he said, depending on the day, we may have different caps and server amounts, but as long as everybody's behavior remains good as it's been, Frozen Friday will continue until 1.22. Frozen Fridays are servers that are frozen, which means the time does not change. So whatever risk you get is whatever risk you get, because the time stays frozen. But their goal, I think, is trying to get high and high risk, moderate risk as well, to get some good tornadoes in there for some players. But this is Frozen Friday. They only happen at Friday, so do not message the moderators or anything else asking for their server to be frozen, as Bricks posted that as well. And then right below, he says, regarding the upcoming Pickathon theme, he will try to have things organized and set up for next week. And this was posted, I believe, a couple days ago. And then he said, stay tuned for details. And yeah, with that, this concludes all of the stuff I have for today, and this catches you up with all the leaks, news, and feedback as of going over this on November 28th. So let's send it back over to Matt and wrap it up here today. And thank you, hikers, for tuning in.
Alright, thanks Adventurer James, with all of that helpful information today. We hope you had a great time watching, and we hope to see you next time. And as always, if you want to keep up with all of the gaming news and updates, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell. Also, you can follow Adventurer James with the social links down in the description below. We hope you had a great time, and we will see you next time. Goodbye, fellow hikers.
And as every breaking news video, I can't forget the question of the video. So today's question of the video is, are these leaks of 1.22 or are they part of a sub-update? Which is sub-updates regarding to what happened. These are updates after a major update, like 1.20, 1.20.1 was released, which that 0.1 is a sub-update. So the next sub-update would be 1.21.2, and the next major update will be 1.22. So, regarding the question, are these leaks part of 1.22 or that sub-update 1.21.2? And as of my answer to this, I really don't know, and I think these might be part of a sub-update, because the storms look a lot better. They might be adding some stuff in, tweaking some stuff, I really don't know, but we'll see what the answer will be in the next, hopefully, coming days, weeks, months. Hopefully not years. But if these are leaks of 1.22, I can say 1.22 is a game changer then. No matter what, 1.22 is a game changer nonetheless. But the storms look a lot better than what they do right now as well. So hopefully when those storms ever release in 1.22 or maybe the eventual sub-update, we'll find out. But yeah, that's my answer to that. I don't really know. And with that, that concludes everything I have for this video. And make sure you go down in the comment section below to put your answer in. And with that, that is all I have for you guys today. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the thumbs up button. And if you like this type of content or don't want to miss out on any breaking news video or any other video in general, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell. Until next time, hikers, I'm Adventurer James. Goodbye for now.